What do you mean that you don't think you'll keep up with them? Surely you will. Surely you will. And what am I supposed to do today? Do you know what? Don't worry about it. Forget it.
All right, Harry, mate.
Well, no, because we've got no bully.
Ah, where is he?
International duty. It's been called up.
Well, I didn't know the veterans were playing this weekend.
Well, it's the over 50s.
Ah, makes sense. They must have had a spare place on the bench.
Yeah, must have done. I mean, what's he going to do? He's going to be sitting in the hotel, watching Bargain Hunt, Cash in the Attic. He's going to need something when all that finishes.
He is.
What should we do? Talk
to
the town? Come on, you Reds. Hello and welcome to another episode of Talk of the Town. We've hit episode 10. We're into double digits. Episode 50. We've already decided it's going to be Wembley Way.
Episode 51. Open top bus tour.
Going around Crawley. Yeah, you love to see it.
The Metro bus. Number 100.
Brilliant. We're just saying, the fixtures have been pretty kind to us with the travelling. We had go to places like Colchester. We had a run of home games. This was kind of a period in the season where Tranmere away, Rochdale away in the space of 7 days. It's a bit of a gruelling 7 days. Let's start with last week's game up at Tranmere, where we got ourselves back into the game really well, and in the end, everyone kind of felt we were unlucky not to get something.
Yeah, on the way back, we were all sort of sitting there scratching our heads, saying, how have we not come away with 1 point, let alone all three? When Kwesi equalised, you thought this is only really going to go one way, and it was just sort of heartbreak probably is the word, because you go to a place like Prenton Park, there's 6,000 people there making a really, really good atmosphere. Away fans as well, superb as always, but you sit there and after the first half you sort of think, oh, maybe this isn't going to be our day. Slowly but surely in the second half we're getting back to it. We equalise, we have a few chances. You think this is only going to go one way here, and you concede that goal and you're just like, oh, it's so deflating. But the performance itself was good. There's plenty of positives to take, like you said. Kwesi getting a goal. Ashford played well. Nico played well. We were saying to John in the pre-match and post-match conferences, the amount of partnerships we've had so far this year is crazy. I think a couple of weeks ago we had 7 partnerships in 9 league games it was at centre-back alone. And then, you look at Luddy at the start of the game, playing really well, settling in, 15th minute, clashes heads with another guy. After the game, he says like a basketball. It's crazy. You forced to bring Craig on, who perhaps, he hadn't had 90 minutes under his belt after he was unfortunately out for a while. I'm not saying it was his fault, but it's our luck with injuries so far has just been crazy. It's
been tricky. I mean, again, and this is sometimes where we know how big our squad is. A lot of people talk about it, but it is a positive because we're able to play games like the Orient game on Tuesday night and really rotate the squad, try and freshen it up. And we've got lots of backup in lots of different positions of the pitch, and maybe that's why, even though we've had the injuries, we're still going well. We're in a good position in the table, even in the form charts for the last 5 games. One loss, 1 draw, and the rest are wins. So everything's in pretty good shape. We've got plenty to talk through coming up in the show. We've got things like the FIFA winner from last week. We've got a goal of the month coming up, a couple of interviews. We'll look ahead to Rochdale as well. But first, let's just round up the action from last Saturday at Prenton Park and see one of Charlie's fine bits of work in the behind-the-scenes video up at Tranmere. Top work there as ever from Charlie. Hopefully the next time we see a behind the scenes video from Charlie, it's coupled up with a point or 3. We wanted to quickly chat about the recent form because, you know, it's always good to talk and sing the praises when everything's going well. And really, you know, everything has been going well. We kind of, I felt, going into the Tranmere game, it's a little bit of a free hit in a way because of the points we had accumulated in the run up to that. So I think everyone at the club, there's a nice, good atmosphere. Everyone's feeling pretty good as we go into kind of the next sort of 6-week period, should we call it, before the really busy festive one.
Yeah, no, I think we just had a look at the form table, didn't we? We're still sitting 6th, you know, despite that result at Tranmere, which is obviously really impressive. And like you say, it sort of goes off the back of that impressive home run we've had. I think we're only one of, I think it's below 10 now, teams still unbeaten at home so far in the league this season, which is obviously really impressive. We know that, I think John had one of the longest runs of, you know, being unbeaten at home in League 2 last year. Obviously, I think it was over a year until, you know, we did lose to Carlisle United at home in the league. But our home form's been really good. You know, we've had some really good performances. Obviously, Nick Tabor been the hero a couple of times. But yeah, no, the performances itself has been, you know, really good. And you know, I think a lot of that is down to the fans. Like the atmosphere, the attendances have been really good this season. We've got Sutton, not this weekend, but next weekend. We're probably expecting, you know, a bumper crowd for that because I can imagine they're going to bring a few. You know, I know even my family got connections to Sutton. You know, more people are going to be interested in this. You wouldn't really call it a derby, like a local derby, but it's probably the most local fixture we've got.
Well, that's it. We know how northern biased the league is, and when Sutton got promoted, I know not many promoted teams would probably go, "Well, I'm really looking forward to Crawley away." Yeah. But you know, Sutton fans definitely would have pinpointed that one and gone, you know, that is going to be the one game, really, maybe that and Orient, where we're going to take a really big following. And again, like you said, a lot of the Crawley fans will have connections with the club in the area. You know, it's less than an hour away. So that one, we should be building up for a really good atmosphere, and hopefully we can take some points into it after the Rochdale game. We also had a look. The goals have been coming, and in the last the Bristol Rovers game at the start of September was the last time we didn't score in a league game, which kind of leads us in nicely because the next thing we've got coming up is the goal of the month. Yeah. Before we get into that, I think we've got 4 picks for goal of the month. Have you got any standout? Maybe just give me your standout one. It can be in the 4. I know you know what's coming up. It might not be. Standout for me in terms of like pure quality of the goal, it has to be Nick Tabor against Carlisle. You know, you don't get much better than a 90th minute winner at home on the half volley from the edge of the box. You can't really beat that. But in terms of you know, maybe importance, I think Ashford's against Harrogate, you know, really good. Obviously, Lynchy had just scored, equalised sort of against the run of play, and then before you know it, we're 2-1 up before half time. That teed things up really nicely because obviously, unfortunately, Nada's got sent off in the second half, and you almost go without that goal, you know, that we could have been looking at a very different result because it was very, you know, second half was very, you know, really hard fought performance, and we had to really dig out for that point. Exactly. So there's a couple of Sam's favourites from the last month, from September. Let's have a look at all 4, and then we'll discuss our favourites together after that.
Yep, and we're back. 4 brilliant goals, 4 brilliant nominations, but go on. I know you want to pick favourite.
I enjoyed it, and it's nice to see 4 really good goals. Like you said, a lot of times I look at goal of the month competitions from other clubs, and you see there's a couple of tap-ins that you have to just to
only scored 4. Yeah,
no, exactly. But we've got 4 really good goals of high quality in there. I know you picked out Nick's volley and Sam's one against Harrogate. Nick's second one, very similar to the Leeds goals. Obviously teams haven't learned the lesson.
Not quite. Yeah.
Nick wants to take them on, and obviously Payne's goal. We spoke about that. A lot of the times you see the ball fall to a midfielder on the edge of the box. Everyone's yelling shoot, and it gets smashed out off the park into the motorway sort of thing. And he was able to nestle it into the bottom corner really nicely, and led on to points in the bag for the Reds. So I could make it. I quite like visually Payne's goal. But obviously, I could easily stand here and make a case for all of them. But I know which one you.
I think Payne's goal was it's good because. Obviously, we won that day. That was the winning goal. And I think that was a really, really good away day. Obviously, it's close, not too far. It was sunny as well. It sort of had everything about it was perfect. The away crowd was absolutely brilliant. It was nothing more than they deserved that. We deserved 3 points that day from the crowd and the fans. So, and I think the whole build-up to that goal was good as well because obviously you got brilliant work from Will Ferrer. He's almost nutmegged Charlie Daniels there. Obviously, former Premier League footballer, played a delightful pass to Payne, as you say. Obviously, hasn't smashed that one quite onto the motorway. But for me, I think it's probably going to be Nick, just because, like I said before, 90th minute winner at home, no matter how you score it, could be a scramble on the line. It's always going to be good, let alone a screamer from the edge of the box.
Yeah, similar. It reminded me actually a little bit different circumstances to the Lee Fowler one against Preston. Many years
good
ago.
shout. Yeah,
Volley last minute on the edge of the box,
very good
in
shout.
front of the terrace. That leads us on nicely because Nick Cerulli, the man of the moment really for September, he's been catching up with Tom, not yourself.
With Tom, yeah.
He spoke to Tom earlier this week.
Crawley fans, welcome to episode 1 of Getting to Know. Our first guest is Nick Cerulli. First of all, Nick, 2 accolades today, 2 awards, Crawley Observer, Player of the Month, and Football League World League 2 Player of the Month. How does that feel?
No, it's nice. I'm really proud of the awards, but like I said before, they don't come. It's a cliche line, but they don't come without the other 10 players and the whole squad as well. So I'm grateful that we've got a talented bunch and they help bring the best out of me. I'm proud for the awards.
Today's going to be about everything off the pitch. So we're going to be talking about music, food, film, everything. We'll start off with Netflix. Are you a keen Netflix watcher?
Every now and then, yeah. And I've got a bit of spare time on my hands.
Any series recently that kind of...
just finished watching the Squid Games, which is quite
Squid
good.
Game.
Yeah, but you can't watch it dubbed. You have to watch it in Korean.
You're on that side?
With the subtitles.
Why is that, though?
Because their mouths are still moving and the line's finished. It just doesn't go.
But do you really want to be sat there listening to Korean, just watching?
It's authentic.
Subtitles?
It's real.
Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah. Cultural, very cultural. Is there a series on Netflix that is the best one ever? Put a statement out. Best you've ever seen.
Netflix.
Doesn't necessarily have to be Netflix. Any kind of series.
I think Game of Thrones has to be up there. Vikings was good. Breaking Bad.
Prison Break.
Prison Break. I didn't really. It was okay. Stranger Things.
Yeah.
That's up. That's got to be up there.
On an away day, is it Netflix you'll go to on a long haul? Is it more music, games? What do you kind of get up to on the way?
Marcus does some good games. He gets the odd bingo going on the coach, and when we get there, he sort of makes up his own quizzes. I don't know how he does it because they're brilliant. But yeah, it's nice. They pass the time.
Yeah, music-wise, I'm going to ask you: Are you more of a rap guy? Are you a rock guy? Are you an R&B guy?
I'm a little bit of everything. I like old school R&B.
Yeah.
Today has a bit of Justin Bieber, Ariana Grande. That's the sweet side coming out. But yeah, I like the old school R&B. Bit of Pop Smoke as well. Yeah, I'm a bit random. I like to mix it up.
On a match day as well, does music change? There's certain songs like...
I like to keep private what I listen to on a match day, but it's calm. It's calm music.
Is it a bit of like superstitional music?
It is, yeah. They sort of like put me in the zone, but I'm not going to expose who I listen to or what kind of music. But yeah.
Would you say you're a superstitional guy? Would you say there's certain things you do on a match day?
Badly, yeah. I've got a lot of superstition. It's a little bit stupid to be honest, but it just helps me mentally.
They're not ones you want to give away.
It's just silly little things like stepping onto the pitch with my left foot first. Always have to have at least a bite of a banana before a game. Yeah. Pre-match food has to be sweet potato. just little. Yeah, I'm not fussy, am I? So yeah, just little things.
So for a home game, we'll do a day in the life of Nick Cerula. From the moment you wake up before a match, what's going on?
So I wake up. I'll probably have breakfast. I'll probably go back to sleep. I sleep a lot before games.
Really?
Yeah, I like to sort of really save all my energy.
Yeah.
I'll just do my mobility and my foam roller that I carry around with me everywhere. I get bantered for, but that helps me out. So I'll make sure I'm sort of loose, stretched out, and ready to go.
You one of those who's got one of those massage guns?
No, not the guns. I got a cool little folding foam roller, sort of like fits in my bag.
Yeah.
Pop it out.
That goes everywhere.
It goes everywhere. I get a little stick for it, but it works wonders.
Does the job, though.
It does the job. It does well.
Food as well. So you mentioned about banana, the sweet potato. Yeah. On a match day, is there anything else you'd eat, or is there anything you'd eat in particular after a game? Maybe as a little treat?
Yeah, I get bantered for my little. They call it cat food, but it's sort of my.
You sprung a bell.
Yeah, it's my my tuna and pasta little pot.
Yeah.
Which I pick up from the petrol station, which they're really nice. Good nutritious stuff. But I get great source of protein. But yeah, I get a lot of stick for that.
Yeah, really nice stuff there. The chat with Nick Cerula, I'd led into it, said man of the moment, and it was a nice little catch up with him. But I believe there's a little bit more of that to come.
Yeah, no, a little bit more, obviously. A little bit of a different interview, that one. Obviously, spoke a little bit about the awards at the start, but it was more of it's a new segment called Getting to Know You. So yeah, hopefully one of them every week. Could be a regular edition on Talk of the Town, so keep your eyes peeled.
And hopefully a few more Player of the Month awards.
Hopefully, yeah.
The fine work of Nick Cerula at left back for the Reds has been picking up a little bit of coverage, up and down the country in the league in the form of these 2 awards.
Yeah, no, he picked up the Crawley Observer Player of the Month, which is obviously our Player of the Month now. Lads over at Crawley Observer doing a great job helping us sponsor that. He got rewarded with a nice bottle of champagne yesterday, which he was delighted with. But yeah, also the Football League World Player of the Month for September award as well. Wanted to talk a little bit about this because I've seen a few people online saying, not a proper award, it's not the Football League award, do we care if it's not from the Football League? I disagree with that because this was, as it says there, it was a fan award. I can't count the amount of times where we've had players that have deserved Player of the Month hands down, but because the likes of Exeter, because they're these Bradford have shared it on their social media compared to, we got a really good following on social media, but when you compare it to some of these, big clubs yeah, exactly. And we're always going to get more Bradford fans voting. Nick was up against someone from Exeter. There was about 5 people in there, and I thought, here we go. All the clubs reshared it. It was going to be one of those. Yeah, brilliant. We're going to get outvoted again, and it was a really nice surprise when Nick got voted the winner for that because how often we've seen us get outvoted by these bigger clubs. It was really nice to see that it was actually finally awarded to us. Yeah, really good stuff there from Nick Cerula, and hopefully maybe pick up a few more of them, Nick. That'd be great. And if any of the other boys fancy joining in with these Player of the Month awards, then we'll be talking about it on Talk of the Town. Right, we're coming up to the end of the show. Yep.
A few people are looking out for one of the things that we did tee up, and it's time to give out our own kind of awards giveaways.
Well caught.
Thank you. Well caught.
Yes, love that. First try.
The 2
new
editions. I'm stumbling over everything today. The 2 new editions of FIFA 22, the PS5 edition, and the Xbox Series X. We said drop a comment into the last week's video of Talk of the Town, episode 9, and we would be picking our favourites. And we can do that now, can't we?
We can, yeah.
Do you want to do your Xbox one first?
I'll do the Xbox one. Auto Cod has won this. Obviously, a bit of a strange name, but we're allowed.
I don't think that's the
probably not. But no, really nice comment. Who's the guy on the left? I can only presume they mean Danny Bullman. So
maybe they mean you know.
Well, yeah, exactly. But I've now replaced Danny for this show, so it wasn't about me. But yeah, no, quite like that. Don't mind a bit of bully slander. So
yeah. And the PS5 edition is going to Mickey Ward. It was kind of a banker, a bit of a shoe-in, top comment, loads of likes. People had even replied to it saying this one's definitely going to win. Basically, reminding us all that Danny Bullman's got more EFL goals than Pele, Messi and Ronaldo all combined.
Yeah, a bit of a mixture there. So you've gone for one that praises Danny, and I've just picked the one that's... We literally said, right, I'll pick Xbox, you pick PS5. Oh yeah, what about Pele? I've just done one that slates Danny. So
yeah, we meet in the middle. Anyway, so what can...
Yep, so if...
And AutoCod, that sounds a bit weird.
Yeah, if they comment down below, leave their email address in the comments down below, I'll be in touch, and we're, whether they're local, maybe we'll have to post it. We'll figure that out. Yeah,
definitely, brilliant. And one last thing to kind of just let's finish up on is the trip tomorrow to Rochdale. Another early start, another long day for the travelling Reds fans going up there. We spoke about it earlier. I remember the last time we were up there was freezing cold in the snow. So
there was fans actually clearing the snow off the pitch before the game, and I can't remember who was in charge then. It might have been Gregory. I'm not sure. I'm sure someone will correct me on that, but
John Barnett.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, no. I think everyone was sort of looking at that, going, "Just call it off, please, just call it off." But no, yeah, incredible effort that day to get the game on. Obviously, the result didn't go away. No, we were probably wishing we did call it off on the way home, but
tomorrow will be a little bit different. We go there, really good atmosphere around the club, and everyone's in full of confidence. So we can we'll all catch back up, whether it's it's Bully.
Well, you never know,
Who knows who it's going to be next Friday, ahead of, like you said, that big home game. Again, tickets available, the home game against Sutton next Saturday. One last thing to say before we go into tomorrow's game against Rochdale. Come on, you Reds!